Memory Cafe gatherings offer a supportive and social environment for individuals with memory challenges. And here with more details on how Frank Lloyd Wright's Martin House is bringing people together for this is Anna Kaplan. Thanks so much for coming in today, Anna.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Can you start off by giving us a little bit more info and kind of expand on what a memory cafe is?
Sure. It's very specific programming for people with memory challenges, whether that's Alzheimer's, dementia, or age-related memory loss, and their caregivers to have a social and inspiring experience in a supportive and comfortable environment.
Nice. Why did Martin House and Graycliff feel it was important to offer these gatherings on their campuses?
Sure. Well, you can have a memory cafe virtually anywhere, but how incredible for us to host this programming in our historic spaces. So what people might not understand is that we are two separate organizations. We have this incredible shared history. I'm the executive director of Frank Lloyd Wright's Graycliff, which is a historic home in Derby, New York, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright for the Martin family. We are the summer home, and the Martin House is on Jewett Parkway in the Parkside neighborhood. That's the Martin family's urban residence designed for the same family by the same architect 20 years earlier. So any opportunity for us to collaborate, we love doing that with our colleagues.
Beautiful. What can people expect when they attend one of these memory cafes?
So there's a pretty specific model that we'll be following, but each memory cafe will be different with a different theme. There will be a sort of social activity, discussion, as well as a hands-on activity, usually an art experience. And we encourage people to attend more than one. Again, it's for not only for the people with memory challenges, but it's an important social experience for the caregivers as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned that there are themes for these. Do you want to talk about some of the themes?
Sure. We're hosting 6 of these, so 3 will be at Martin House. They start next week on May 6th, and then 3 will be at Graycliff, beginning in August. Each theme will respond to the specific site. So when you're at Martin House, we'll be talking about Wright's love of Japanese prints, or maybe the beautiful art glass. At Graycliff, we'll be responding to the wonderful natural environment on Lake Erie and drawing on Wright's inspiration for both sites.
There's something really inspiring and cathartic and nostalgic about being on either of those campuses, and I'm sure that incites something pretty special for people struggling with memory loss.
Yeah, and we just, at the end of the day, we want to host what we hope will be fun and something that will build connection and community across a specific audience.
I also love that you mentioned how this is not just for the actual people suffering with memory challenges, but also for their caregivers.
Yes.
Especially, I would say, when your caregiver is family.
Yep.
There are moments that I've heard from these. I haven't personally been to these memory cafes, but I've heard wonderful things about them. And there are moments where you see the light in their eyes kind of come back, especially for those struggling with Alzheimer's and dementia. And there's a moment where it just feels like they're there. And that's really healing for not just the person that's going through it, but also that caregiver.
Yes, for everyone involved. It's designed to be a respite. And we hope that we can provide that. This is a pilot of the program, and it's thanks to funding from the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, along with the Health Foundation of Western and Central New York, but we hope that it will continue beyond this year as well.
Absolutely. And I love that there's an art component that's a part of it, because I know that that's a big part of what can bring someone back in a way. The use of art, maybe sometimes music.
Yes.
Those are all things, or components that really help aid in the journey.
Yes. Definitely.
Alrighty, well, Anna, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about these memory cafes coming up. Viewers, you can learn about the memory cafes offered at Frank Lloyd Wright's Martin House by visiting martinhouse.com/memory-cafe. And thanks again for coming in, Anna.
Thank you.